Okay, and now just before we break for lunch, I want us all to have a taste of the new series my sister talked about, Cooking in the Kitchen. And the series is focused on the dietary challenges that are facing pancreatic cancer patients and their caregivers. And Cooking in the Kitchen is produced in partnership with Elixir Kitchen and is anchored by our wellness chef, Jeremy Capone, and our registered dietitian, Christy Brissette. And as we said, Libby was our featured celebrity on the debut show, and she loves to eat, and she loves to cook, and may I say, she's good at both. But it was her experience learning how to eat again after her Whipple operation that she really wanted to share. So here are some highlights.
After the surgery, basically, I had to learn how to eat again. Eating is something I normally love to do. My friends will attest to that. And that took quite a while, and it was actually a painful process. So this is a class to teach people on how to feed pancreatic cancer patients and cancer patients in general, because it's really important. One of the things that almost all cancer patients lose is their appetite, and if you don't eat, you're not going to get well.
If we wanted to make a recipe that stores really well, so maybe you make it once, maybe you have a caregiver, you can make this, one batch, put it in the freezer, and then for me, when I would come home from school as a kid, you have a little square, warm it up, and it was like the perfect little snack.
I know Libby and I were chatting a little bit about your experience after going through your surgery and how the surgeons and the dietitian were recommending have small, more frequent meals. And that's really, really important. So eating 6 to 8 times a day and making sure that every bite counts so that you're getting calories, you're getting protein to help you heal and prevent infections from surgery.
Calling it a meal is a bit of an overstatement because,
yeah.
Again, after the surgery, when you really couldn't eat, it's really trying to take a couple of bites of things every few hours.
So with our focaccia today, we're going to make sure that we really increase the protein by featuring some ricotta cheese. And we're also going to up the calories with healthy fat like olive oil.
Okay.
So we're going to start off with our veg. This is what we're going to be stuffing the focaccia with.
Okay,
so
zucchini.
We got some zucchini. This is, we grew this ourselves, our own Elixir zucchini.
It's a special flavor.
And we're going to use some mushrooms as well. And we have some greens. We have a little bit of Swiss chard.
The main thing after pancreatic cancer treatment is everybody is individual in what they're able to eat and what they're not able to eat.
As I said, I had a lot of pain when I started to eat again. And I remember I asked my doctor about it, and he said, well, try some digestive enzymes. I don't think it's going to work. And to this day, I still take them before I eat. And they work like a charm.
So we're going to start off, we're going to saute the vegetables, and we want to go in order of what takes longer. So we're going to start off with the zucchini, we start off with the mushrooms. We have about a medium-high heat. And then the Swiss chard, we can add, or any greens that you would use, you can add closer to the end. And just about 3-4 minutes, just until it's nice and soft, because we're going to be baking this again into the oven. This pan didn't come with a lid, so you're just going to find a bigger pan that'll go on top. And just let that sort of saute for about 3 minutes. And even if you do buy the store-bought one, right before you use it, let it sit at room temperature in a bowl with a little bit of a saran wrap on top, just to give it some life back, just to get that yeast going again, and see how it's starting to bubble up
really
over there, and you're starting to smell it. Yes, absolutely. So we're gonna take a little bit of flour here, and we'll take our dough. Now I'm using one. This will serve about 8 people. So this is perfect for our vegetables. Everything's wilted. And we can show you there. It's going to cook a little bit more inside. So that's done. You can put it aside to cool for about 5 minutes. Or you can make it right away, which is exactly what we're going to do. So I seasoned it ahead of time. So just a little pinch of salt. And if you like pepper, if you like some dried oregano, whatever you like to season it with, you can definitely add those flavors in it. But you can keep it as plain as you want as well. So I just put usually a little bit of salt.
And you don't have to be shy about adding some salt to your recipes, because if you are experiencing side effects where you're dehydrated or you're losing a lot of water, you want to make sure that you do have enough salt.
Okay, so vegetables in. We're gonna add a little bit of cheese. So we have some ricotta cheese over here. You can add cottage cheese if you want as well. And so I'm just gonna sort of just break it up and dollop size right over top. And then we're gonna use a fresh herb because we wanna add some more flavor. Pack this with as much flavor as possible. So,
Need to be chopped?
nope.
Nope.
What the best way to do it is just to tear it up with your
Roll it
hands.
up, yeah.
So Libby, if you don't mind doing that,
Okay.
and just tear it up with your hands right over top.
We're making sure every bite we're getting some protein into our snack and into our meal. So that's why we have the ricotta cheese that we're adding in. And the herbs, they're a really nice way to add some flavor when you're going through taste changes. So especially if you're experiencing mouth sores on top of everything, I find people tend to stay away from flavors in general because they think, oh, it's gonna hurt my mouth. But your green herbs, they're not gonna have that burning sensation like black pepper might.
We're gonna use just about a teaspoon of olive oil over top. We wanna make sure we get a little bit on the edge. That's gonna sort of act like a glue for when we put the piece on top. And we're gonna put that into the oven. So we have preheated the oven to 425 degrees Fahrenheit. So it's pretty hot. It'll take about 15 to 20 minutes, just until it's nice and golden brown. And of course, magic of our kitchen, we'll have one. There we go.
Oh,
So you can see the
perfect.
bottom there.
Perfect. Yes.
So we'll put
It
it
smells
down.
incredible.
Yes.
What my mom used to do is she would cut it up
Yeah.
into your little squares. You put it into a freezer bag,
Yeah.
and you just keep it into the freezer. And then they're already pre-portioned. Whenever you want to heat one up, and you want a little snack, a little bite, it's ready to go.